Sagittarius, hi, welcome to your October 2020 Tarot Horoscope reading. This will be for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, maybe even Jupiter. You will be doing some deep thinking this month because there is a huge transformation waiting for you at the end of the year. So you are in the winter of your year actually, and this might be important to know that this is a period for you to sleep, to rest, to purge. You are preparing for your new year, and in the beginning of the month you are getting a sort of completion, a sort of harvest of something of your business, something to do with your creative life. If you are an artist, and we're all artists in some way, but you have completed something there, and this will allow you to look at that and be like, okay, I can show that to the world, and you'll find some pleasure in that probably, but also to tell yourself like, okay, there is a time of rest now, because you are preparing yourself for the portal to your new year, and your wish is to find a certain serenity and an alignment with your soul, and a peace of heart and a peace of mind as well. Interesting. So you will be like, it's as if you're conflicted a bit, like you feel like it's a time for great introspection, but at the same time you also want, it's about your joy, your optimism, and you want to share that. Maybe you lost it a bit. You're questioning, there's been some questions, are you doing what you love? And you might be finding something that you loved as a child and reconnect with that. Now, as I see it here, you are a bit conflicted between this deep introspection that you feel pulled towards, and at the same time, like being you in the world, and you're such a bringer of joy and wisdom, and also laughter. And you might feel as if those two are spiritually incompatible, but they are not. You can find balance in those two, and you are finding balance in those two. You are walking towards greater prosperity and abundance. Mid of the month, you are going to see a reflection of what can be. Gonna see that in your community. You might want to be starting like a group activity and be leading that group activity, or you might be meeting a new friend who's gonna inspire you to move forward with your community. So there's a spotlight on that area of your life here. And for you, there's a willingness to take your wisdom far, or to go far to find the inspiration needed for you for the next chapter of your life. I'm seeing a transformation. You might be feeling wanderlust, wanting to travel, wanting to go far, wanting to fly, and maybe that's something that you miss, given the situation that we are in. And this is also like, this is going to inspire your thinking process. So make sure that you are kind to yourself on every level. That if your mind is doing a lot of processing, and it is right now, it's a good thing. It's for you to release and find mental clarity and make space, because if we don't go through the purge, the space is not created. I'm seeing here a transformation of a financial situation related to a house that you rent, an apartment that you rent or buy, or are willing to buy or have bought. I feel that it's something good that is transpiring, but that at first sight might feel like a bit of limiting, contracting, not possible, a bit of delays. But it's the situation that you've always wanted for yourself. That's why it's so important, and that you're feeling that kind of inner tension with that. It's also telling me to warn you to be careful with contracts and negotiation, especially in the second part of the month. We have a Mercury retrograde, so important signatures are better placed after, or negotiations are happen better after mid-November. Now, this is for you, like, ask yourself the question, like, is this where I want to go? Is this what I want now? And it's as if you're wrapping up your year and you're moving towards this greater prosperity and moving towards this Like I'm seeing actually like a place that you've always wanted to live. Like the place that you've always wanted, that you were like, okay, this is gonna give me such great serenity and inner security if I accomplish this, if I have this. And I'm seeing you now, like I'm seeing that you maybe struggle to get the money or to feel financially secure. Maybe you had the money, but it's always in our mind, like that we don't have, and shall I take this risk? And that now this is opening up for you. It's like you will, or that house formerly, or that place wasn't available to you, that you had no access, maybe due to the confinement, maybe circumstances that are very peculiar and particular, better to this era of time. But now all of that is sorting itself out for you. You will have the resources to get there, to the other side, to the side where you want to be, and you will find greater clarity on that, and also feel supported like it feels supported like by basically your bank account and all those very material things. There will be the material support for you to establish that living situation for yourself that maybe formerly was a dream. What else with this? This is about soul. So first 3 weeks of the month is very doing this deep soul work oriented, and there is something that transpires here. Since July, there has been a drive for you, a sort of an inner urge to engage in romance, to have romantic relationships. And you might be in a romantic relationship right now as I see it. And you might be questioning that relationship right now, feeling a bit like, oh, maybe this is tunnel vision. I'm not feeling your freedom, the freedom that is so important for you, freedom to think, feel, and be. And the clarity will come for you. I'm seeing great clarity here with serenity, and you overlooking the world and offering the world to the valley of the people in this card. I love this card when this comes up. So the clarity is going to come, but you might have to wait still a bit for that. So decisions or arguments in this romantic relationship, it might be better to just like take a breather and step away, like feel with yourself, work it out with yourself first before making any important decisions surrounding that romantic relationship, if you would be in one. For people who are not in one, there might be something in the back of your head, like a child wish playing. The thing is that you want to invite in clarity when it comes to your love life, and you might, around the 12th, 13th, 14th, middle of the month, be inspired to ask your parents if they still have an unfulfilled dream in their lives. And this is a good month to make mental space for yourself, to clear things out. So sometimes a simple question like that, which is not really simple, it's a very important question, but that might give you some insight on how you are to evolve when it comes to your relationships, what you're creating, actually, what you are creating in this life. That's what I'm getting. So if at the end of the month here, at the end of last month, so at the end of September, you were thinking about a connection, a group activity, a friend that you met, or you were thinking about a friend, and if there's a situation that was unbalanced there, you are sorting that out at the end of the month. There is it might be still a bit like, okay, there's a lot of things playing, you know, it's a month. Well, already we start with the first week of the month is almost one of the most important weeks. I would say maybe the most important weeks of this year, and things will be realigned and moving forward here. So I've tuned in with your energy while I was shuffling this, and let me see if I can have, wow, there's some stuff similar to Libra and to Libra coming up here. Okay, I'm sorry for the pause, I was in thought. So right at the start of the month, you're gonna feel like an accomplishment is coming to you. You're gonna feel victorious. You're gonna feel like your joy is back. If you have lost it, or that your joy is really, it's there. You can touch it. You can feel it in the way you communicate with people, in the way you stand, in the way people are relating to you. So you are in a very nice position there. Now there is a situation that kept you up at night, that created worry in your life. I would like to clarify what that is, because Spirit is asking you here to let go of that and to come into a routine of really your health routine is going to be so important, physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically. Your body, like there's a purge, there's a completion of the year, and your body might have changed a lot since spring 2018. You changed a lot, like your work changed, like the way you serve the world, what you do in the world, how you stand in your day. The way you feed yourself has to follow that. And the way you feed yourself, I mean by what thoughts are you feeding yourself? Take super good care of yourself in October. Really find this. This is what you're looking for. And this card is named Serenity. So that's where you're moving towards, and that's what you want to accomplish. So this is a really good month for you to make that step if you do not have a meditation practice, or just sit with yourself and ask yourself, what does my body need? What does my mind need? What do I actually need in this moment? And what would I be doing to please myself? Or not really to please myself, like to feed myself, to nourish myself. And if you are a woman, your hormonal balance is going to be super important. So whatever that you can do to support yourself in this way, it will be super important throughout the month of October to take those steps and to care for yourself. Yeah, so there was a situation that you need to let go of. This is something that caused you a lot of pain and heart pain and sorrow, and that you've been thinking about at night, in the day, all the time. This was a karmic situation with someone. It might be still happening for you right now, as it is in your current energy. This is with someone who's in a way a very double personality, a bit erratic. Like, not that they're not bad people, but they are somehow, they have a nostalgia about them that is related to their soul past. They are an artist at heart, and there's something about this person that caused you worry. It doesn't have to be a lover, but as I'm seeing it, it might be this love affair that is playing, and that you are very driven and motivated about since July, and maybe already even before if you are in a committed relationship. But this might also be like somebody new, or somebody you're interested in romantically, or just a friend. But there is some situation that and it's asking your attention to be cleared out emotionally, to be cleared out mentally, because we have Saturnian energy here, and Saturn just went direct at the end of September. So this is asking you to really, okay, you're gonna cover grounds that you've already covered twice. Once in forward movement, once going back, and now again you're going forward with that. And the intention is to have a clear, like, you want to have a clear foundation. You want to establish a certain authority for yourself. You want to move forward in life, and you want to move forward from a place of serenity. You feel like it's as if you're building a home for yourself, a true home, aligning outer home, physical home, with inner home, with your inner temple, the inner pyramid of self reflected in the circumstances that you have in your foundation. And there might have been some shakeups in that, and there's something with this person that is related to that. I'd like to clarify here. What is this sorrow about? Because you're letting go of the part of you that was feeling so much compassion with this person. So this can be something that this person is ending naturally of their own. but it was strongly interlinked with the patterns that you carry from childhood, that you carry from like your patterns that you are here to clear out and find out about. And life always gets more interesting. Oh wow, it's almost all major arcana. Yeah, so there is a moving away from a situation that has taught you so much. This has connected you like this. Basically, there's been a situation with a person where you learned so much through each other, and you will receive that higher wisdom now, why things went the way they went. And this is for you to find your joy again, to find your freedom again, to find a space where like, okay, I know all this now, and I understand what it has brought me and what the wisdom of this was and how this relates to who I am to become and what is my service in the world. You got the lesson. Now it's time to appreciate that lesson, to look at it one last time and be like, okay, I got this. Now I can step into the light. The shadow work of this is over. You are to be free again and to move forward. And you have done this before. You have been through this cycle. This is something that you know, Sagittarius. So again, like this is a deep learning, and this is a higher wisdom that will serve you in so many ways. But dwelling on it is no longer on the agenda at the end of the month. The first 3 weeks you might still be working with that. I'm seeing you building something, wanting to construct something that is truly your own, that is authentically you. So if you literally let go of this person, I'm actually not really seeing that. I'm seeing you wanting serenity, but with this person. But it's where the challenge lies. You can count on yourself, Sagittarius. Do not doubt yourself. You know what is true. You have worked so hard. This has been a long journey for you. And there's a big change coming up in your day-to-day life. There's a big change. You are to evolve strongly, and it's going to go so fast at the end of the year. But there is a patience that you have to have in this moment, or that I'm getting strongly that it's about really balancing this out and making things real. Like asking yourself, what is real for me now? What do I love now? What is important for me now? Where do I want to go with my life? So this is deep thinking. These are deep questions, but this is going to work out so beautifully for you. Like everything's going to come to you under perfect grace, in a perfect way. I'm seeing you at the end of the month. I mean, there is a divine intervention that is going to happen. This is why I'm asking you to really take good care of your body, of your temple, and to really feed yourself well, eat nourishing foods, have some soup, lay down a lot, to do all of that, because there is you stepping into your authority, and there is you coming into yourself, and so that maybe you will be starting your own business soon. Something with communication, something with bringing yourself out there in the world, exporting yourself into the world. Can be done digitally, but this is all waiting for you to be happening. So you are asked to take care of, like close the last chapters that do not belong into this next version of you. If I'm making myself clear, I'm searching for words a bit. And then there is this message that I'm getting. Don't be scared to go it alone, or to leave a situation behind that felt familiar, that felt easy. Because you are making a big transition here. I see you going over waters. Many of you Sagittarius might want to move at the end of the year, or might already be thinking about moving. And this house situation, or this idea of where you want to live, what is your ideal living condition, that I talked to in the beginning, that I spoke to in the beginning of this reading, is going to be important for that. I would like to clarify here. Seven of Swords. Yeah, again, I'm getting the same message. There's some strong communications from your higher self, divinity, whatever, the universe, whatever you relate to most, because it's your philosophy and the way you express, and the words we have are so limited. Because in your silence, it is in your stillness within yourself that you are going to find the teaching needed. And seeing you knowing what the wish is, and I'm seeing you stars shining so brightly for you, and it's as if you are really undoing old patterns that will be related to your family conditions, your parental structure, things that you are definitely leaving behind to come into this leader's position. Also money blocks that you might have had. There's going to be a shift in philosophy, a shift in perspective. You are going to believe something else about money, which is going to set and to open all these gateways, and everything will be flowing for you after. But this is a process, and this is asking you to sit with yourself, to meditate, and to find that stillness where you are in a receptive mode. And you are going to come to a place where you're going to invite in different perspectives, and you're going to really shed an old belief system. There are things that you have believed since childhood because your culture tells you so, because your belief system is just set in that way, your tradition, the traditions of your parents, the traditions of your family, but maybe even more like very sly things about the success paradigm we still live in, and that we are creating a new world now, and you are a part of that. You are somebody who brings the wisdom, and within your silence, within your meditation, within this deep thinking process, you're going to unravel something that is going to change the course of your life, Sagittarius. And I'm really liking this for you. I'm actually loving this for you. It's serious, it's important, and it's something that is going to bring you so much inner power to create from. And so it's going to be so much more expansive vision. So all this sobering energy that you had to endure during 2020, and it has not been easy. With Jupiter in Capricorn, you're going to feel the patch clearing. Very important for me to share is that this is going to be so much better for you. Life is going to be so much like your joy. If it was kind of maybe felt as if there was a contraction, and you could not be truly yourself and be the expansive, giving person, generous person that you are, and that you couldn't access really your essence. That is coming back for you at the end of the year, and now you're just like clearing out some stuff for you to be able to move forward as your most glorious self, but also without all the collateral, all the baggage. That's all gone for you. And that's all gone for you by the end of the year. I'm seeing you beautifully creating and powerfully creating your life now. I would like to have some messages about the love life of Sagittarius, because your drive has been very much in creation, and perhaps for some of you this has been in the creation of a romantic life, a romantic connection. This energy has been around since a few months, actually, since the beginning of summer, since July, maybe end of June. Maybe you met someone then, or there is some kind of romantic tie that I spoke of before, or maybe you are looking to find that person that complements you now, or that is an unfoldment of your expression of love right now. So wow. So it's been heated. There's been some passions, there's been some battles, things you had to leave behind, losses that have been mourned in your love life. Like, it's been a serious energy about that. Maybe something that you've started, then was like, it's just going back and forth, but that is now like, there's a big transformation. In the first week of the month, there's a big change in that. Like, you're changing that. You're changing that, and you're looking at what was, and that is what was, and Now you come into, like, you're gonna feel creative and you're gonna feel like you know what it is that you want. Now there is a bit of gardening to be done. A bit of gardening to be done of like a bit of weeding out that is still happening. How is this state of romance? I'd like to clarify here. So this is maybe someone you're involved with who has this very strong personality, also very creative person, like somebody good with words, knowing what they want, having clear vision on life, somebody like close to their purpose. But how is this all relating to purpose of Sagittarius? You're looking for a collaboration, you're looking to dance with someone, to be playful with someone, knowing that there can be turbulent times, but that you are dancing this dance of eternity together. And there is a timing to respect, and again, this is all serving your higher purpose. This is for your illumination. This is for your establishment of your creativity, of your empire, of whatever you are creating or wishing, what you are wishing to create from the heart from now on. This person is even touching the heart, so, and the hands are in front, like, so this is a really heart-centered connection that you are looking for, or that you are living. And there is, I'm seeing a great spirit of collaboration that is possible, but that will really ask you to let go of the past. That's the message here as well, and it's kind of always the message, but you're doing some thorough work on that throughout this month, and especially near the end of the month. That's going to be so much more clear for you and moving forward, and there's going to be more serenity, this serenity you've been asking for. You're going to know what to do. I feel that powerfully for you, Sagittarius. I hope that this was clarifying for you, and that yeah, that you like this reading. Please do subscribe if that is if this reading served you. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for commenting, liking, sharing. This is a fairly new channel, so that really helps the channel forward. I thank you so much for your time and for sharing your energy with me, and see you next month in November. Thank you, Sagittarius. Bye.